You know, Louis, here's the thing. Here's the thing about doing one of these shows. It's such a privilege. So few people know what it's like to do one of these shows
I
on
mean,
a nightly basis.
only a handful
the privilege of it, the grind of it, and all that kind of stuff. Well, I'm happy to say, ladies and gentlemen, my first guest tonight knows what it's like. He's a very funny comedian who is the host of Jimmy Kimmel Live. Please welcome back to The Late Show, my friend and yours, Jimmy Kimmel. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. I am so honored to be here with my fellow no-talent late-night loser. It's good to stick together, you know?
Well, we're honored. We're honored here because this is the first interview you've done since September 17th when you found out that you had been indefinitely suspended.
That's right.
Thankfully, and as you said, you got back on the air a week later, and I'm curious, have you recovered from that emotional roller coaster yet?
It was an emotional roller coaster. I know you hear that a lot, and it really was. It was very strange. You want to hear the whole thing?
Yeah, of course. Okay. How'd you find out?
Okay, so it was about 3 o'clock. We tape our show at 4:30. Yeah. I'm in my office, just typing away, as I usually do. I get a phone call. It's ABC. They say they want to talk to me. This is unusual. As far as I knew, they didn't even know I was doing a show previous to this. So I have a lot of people. I have like 5 people who work in my office with me. So the only private place to go is the bathroom. So I go into the bathroom, and I'm on the phone with the ABC executives, and they say, listen, we want to take the temperature down. We're concerned about what you're going to say tonight. And we decided that the best route is to take the show off the air tonight. And that's what I said. I started booing. I said, I don't think that's a good idea. And they said, well, we think it's a good idea. And then there was a vote, and I lost the vote. And so I put my pants back on, and I walked out to my office, and I called in some of the executive producers, and there were about 9 people in there, and I said, they're pulling the show off the air. And my wife said I was whiter than Jim Gaffigan when I came out of it.
Well, what's the first thing that occurred to you?
I thought, that's it. It's over. It is over. I was like, I'm never coming back on the air. That's really what I thought. And so we told our staff. Now, meanwhile, there's the whole audience, they're in their seats.
Oh, wait, I didn't know that. Your audience was already loaded?
They're loaded and in their seats, ready for the show. We had a chef, a guy named Christian Petrino on the show, on the show, who was making meatballs and polenta that night. He'd been cooking all day. Then we had Howard Jones was taping a performance to
Howard
air
Jones,
in the
like
future.
No one ever is to blame? That guy?
Yes, but there was someone to blame in this case. In fact, it's funny you mentioned that because the song he was doing was, with the song he did do, because we decided to tape it anyway, even though we sent the audience home, was in front of our disappointed employees, was Things Can Only Get Better. Which you could take 2 ways, right?
Exactly.
So then we said, we sent the audience home. We need the staff to go in and listen to Howard Jones and pretend to be the audience. And then the staff went and ate polenta and meatballs afterwards.
Well, you don't have jobs, but there's plenty of wet cornmeal. There you go.
We figure might as well eat while we still can.
Put it in your pockets.
So then I go home.
Yeah.
And I stayed at the show for a couple of hours. And I go home. I'm followed by 20 paparazzi cars, TMZ, people jumping in front of me on the way home. We're just trying to get to the house. And we're like, should we be going to our house? There are 2 helicopters flying over, 2 helicopters following us home. Meanwhile, I hadn't had makeup on yet, so my bald spot was not painted in. This is something I did not want America to see.
Yes.
we get to the house, and we're shaking, you know, and the kids are up, and I got 2 kids, and our daughter, who's 11 years old, says, I can sell my Labubu's. It was actually very sweet.
Oh, that's lovely.
Our son just got naked and started running around the house.
Also lovely.
And
also lovely, yeah.
and then there were then it was like a DUI in LA, 3 days in jail, where I couldn't say anything. Right. I just had to sit quiet and make a lot of phone calls and take a lot of phone calls. You were very kind to call me, and we spoke about this. Yes. You know, certainly you know well. And
sure, yeah.
And
who was the most unusual person that he got a text from? Because I got some fun ones. I got my high school girlfriend. I gave my phone to Evie, and I said, as soon as I was canceled, basically, I heard from the Strike Force people, and I heard from Jon Stewart, and then I handed my phone to Evie, and I said, just don't give this back to me for several days.
Yeah.
But when I finally went through it, high school girlfriend, James Taylor, and George R.R. Martin.
Wow.
He sent me The Winds of Winter.
Wow. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Who'd you hear from?
I did not have a girlfriend in high school. So I didn't hear from her. I did hear from a girl that I would have liked to have been my girlfriend in high school. I heard from the usual, the Pope.
Solid guy. He's a solid guy.
I did hear from literally everyone I have ever met. I heard from, like, the guy who picked me up at the airport in Nashville 15 years ago. I heard from a lot of people who have been guests on the show. I got a very beautiful note from James Taylor. I'd love to compare those because...
Did you really get one from JT?
I did. I want to see if JT did a cut and paste on us, you know?
Did we get our phones? Can we get our phones? Oh.
I have to say... Probably the most beautiful text I got was from James Taylor.
Wow. No,
Yeah.
I got an amazing one, too.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to get in a competition with you about it.
Exactly. We have to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Jimmy Kimmel, everybody. Stick around.